Hello from Tennessee. Beautiful day here, 70 degrees. I'm going to go on a little ramble. Be right back. Okay, first off, wearing the BB41, loving this still, dominating the wrist. I've usually been in the habit of coming home, swapping watches. This generally just stays on. Probably getting about 80% of the wear right now, so just still loving it. Fantastic watch. So that brings me to the kind of the topic that I wanted to ramble on. And I'm going to call this ramble analysis paralysis. And the reason is I overthink everything. It's just my nature. So when I am looking for a watch, I'm researching, I'm doing all that stuff, and I get in this loop. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm kind of in this loop, and I'll give an example, or several examples, is that since I've gotten the BB41, I definitely am researching for what the next watch is. However, I go in this constant cycle of looking at watches, and tell me if you all do this. Like, I look at a watch, I get excited about a watch, I start researching a watch, and then within sometimes an hour, maybe a couple days, maybe a week, I'm over that watch and I've moved on. I'll give I'll give some examples. I keep saying that, but I'm going to give some examples. Doxa and Zen are watches that I have researched a ton, and for some reason, I know they're great watches. I know people that have them that love them. I can't get there for some reason. I don't know why exactly. I have moved. I don't want to say I've moved past them, but for right now, they are not in consideration. And they were watches that were strongly considered when I first started collecting, especially that Zen 104. I was convinced I had to add it. Doxa 300T, was convinced I was going to add it, and I've kind of moved past that. Of late, one watch brand that I was starting to dig into a little bit is Longines. I was looking specifically at the Longines Spirit. It's a Spirit. It's like a three-hand pilot watch. Has good reviews, good price point, has applied Arabics, which I just really love in a watch, good finish on it, and they have like a Spirit limited edition one that comes with I think it comes with a NATO, and it comes with a leather, I think, too, as well, and it's on a bracelet. And it was one that would be a little bit of a stretch, but I could maybe go after later maybe this summer. And I was convinced that was it for a little bit. I want to say don't hold me to this, there was like a 40, I think there was a 40 and a 42 or something. The major difference was that the date window kind of cut out the 3 on the larger watch, and then just totally eliminated the 3 on the other one. And I was okay with that. I wasn't sure which one. I was kind of leaning towards the one with the partial 3. But after about a week or so, I moved on from it. I could not get over. They have Longines, and I know it's part of their branding, but they have these 5 stars along the bottom, beautifully applied. And for some reason, that just did not appeal to me, and so I moved on. Also been looking hard at Breitling too. Some of their divers, some of their the Navitimer, which I think is discontinued. So that's still kind of in the running, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Now, the one brand that is been on my radar, it seems like it's been a while, but it probably really hasn't, is Damascus right now. And here's where my analysis paralysis kind of comes into play. So Rob just reviewed one on his channel. my friend Clayton just had my buddy Bobby Legs on. They talked about Damascus. Clayton, who is the Watchdog podcast, if you guys don't know, just bought a Damascus. And so Damascus is very at the forefront. There's that white dial, loom dial that's making the rounds. It's hit wrong time. I think it's hit wrong time watch. It's going to hit the watch lounge. I think Bobby Legs reviewed it. So it's out there. It's kind of out there. And so in terms of the sites and the people that I talk to frequently, it's been on their minds too as well. And for me, I've been wanting to add a German watch, and I've been wanting to add a loom dial. So that white dial, excuse me, the DA37, I think it is super appealing to me. I'm also looking at a limited edition, I can't remember if it's DS or DK5, that's out there. That is black case. It's still the ice hardened. It's got the loomed Arabics on it, which most of them don't unless it's a limited edition on Damascus. Still has all that great tech in it. So I've been really looking hard at that and trying to decide and going back and forth right now between a few models. Love the loom dial white one, this DK5, and then they also have, and I'm blanking on the numbers right now, but they have the one with the in-house movement with just the markers. I can't remember what it's called, but it's an in-house movement. It has a display case back. The price jumps up on that one, and so I don't really know if I want to go that road quite yet. It's a pretty cool movement if you do some reading up on it, but I'm not sure if I want to spend that much. So like I said, right now I'm on the Damascus kick, and we'll kind of see where this kind of goes. So again, just a little bit of a ramble. I've been kind of going almost 7 minutes now, so I'm going to cut it short. I'm not sure if I made any coherent thoughts, but really, as I am researching, I feel like I get in these loops, and I think it's kind of fun actually. So it's almost like for me, it's almost like I buy the watch and I sell the watch without even holding on to the watch, just by researching and so forth. But definitely Damascus is at the forefront of my head right now. I'm in no rush. Again, the power of just a fantastic watch in your collection. It puts things in perspective. And I'll end on this, that my buddy Kevin S. had said something on my last video that said, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically not to put the pressure, or implying like he doesn't put the pressure on himself, or as you kind of go for that next purchase, that it doesn't have to be better than the last purchase. And that really resonated from the standpoint that that's not a viable collection strategy. So I appreciated that input into it, and I think it's just finding a watch that you connect with that has something unique about it, and maybe not everybody has. I think that's kind of where I'm at right now, and also not getting into this. Try to recognize if I'm in this groupthink mentality, just because the people, my friends in the hobby, are kind of high on this brand. Sometimes it makes me run the other way a little bit, but at the same token, there's some people that I very much respect in the hobby, and when they kind of latch onto a brand, it really causes me to take a hard look at it because I value their opinions. So again, the analysis paralysis part of the hobby. If you made it this long, I appreciate it. As always, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey. Summertime is coming. Oh, so happy. Take care.